Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for the Sega Game Gear. In the last episode, we chased Dr. Eggman through Scrap Brain Zone and to his Sky Base, or Sky Fortress, or whatever the heck you want to call it. This zone is very, very unique in that Act 1 and 2 of it are vastly different from one another. In the first one, we appear outside during what looks like either a thunderstorm or the nighttime, or both, I can't exactly tell. And there are these diamonds around, and I'm not sure if they're totally natural and are just placed in sort of past the fourth wall to just signify that there's going to be lightning there, or there's something that Robotnik made himself just as a trap for Sonic. But either way, it doesn't matter. They're incredibly annoying. I don't think I've ever gotten through this level without getting hit, despite how many times I've played this game. In the second act, we will give chase to Robotnik on the hull of his ship, I suppose. This black and yellow platform here, no, not the song. This black and yellow platform here, when you jump on it, will start moving forward. There are other ones that move up and down, independent of whether you are standing on them or not, but these ones move forward, just so you know, and you don't accidentally slip off the edge because you're scared that your game might be glitching or something when the platform starts moving. Here are the ones that move independently of you. The first act of this zone is very, very easy. The Chaos Emerald isn't located in it, luckily, and there's the Sonic sign. What'd I do? What did I do? What did I do differently? Somebody tell me in the comments below, because I have no idea what I did differently from any time else. Anyway, moving on to Act 2, this act is very, very much more difficult. First of all, if you want to get the Chaos Emerald, you have to jump off the edge right here. You can't really move... Wow. Doh. You can't really move the camera down to look, because I guess the camera's automatically oriented to stay with the ship because it's moving up and down. But anyway, you can't move the camera, so you just kind of have to guess where this platform is. And I really have no idea how the developers expected anybody to find these except through sheer accident. Maybe they expected people who were playing their Game Gears upside down to find that, but other than that, I have no idea. You can get on these ladders, and I'm not sure if you can get back onto the main hull of the ship by doing this. But either way, if you're going for the Chaos Emerald, you have to follow these black and yellow platforms. There are turrets that are going to be shooting at you, so the whole trip isn't going to be completely boring. It's going to be sort of uncannily difficult thanks to the camera. The only way that you can move it back up so you can see where the turrets are shooting at is by jumping into the air. Looking up won't do anything on these platforms generally because of the way the camera is set up in this level. It's kind of weird. And it's definitely weird to post a Sonic 1 Genesis where any time you would look down, the camera would automatically start moving. But anyway, I digress. We're coming up close to the Chaos Emerald here. And this ship is screwed together with giant screws. I'm not sure if that's actually a thing used in mechanics in real life, but it doesn't seem very sturdy to me, so let's make it not a thing, okay? Looks like there's a giant screw on the very front of the ship too, but anyway. Here we have these cannons shooting giant bullets at us that are very reminiscent of bullet bills, and we have these turrets, and I love jumping into bullets. Let's try that again. Alright, we're back to the hull of the ship, and it seems that after you collect a Chaos Emerald once, it doesn't matter if you die, it stays in your inventory anyway. But yeah, this level, or rather this act, is very much harder than the first act of the zone, and it has completely different music as well. Slightly more exciting this time too. But there we are, we've beaten Act 2 of Eggman's Flying Fortress, and we'll be getting the Sonic sign again, I have no idea how, and moving on. Here it is, guys. Act 3 of Skybase in Part 4. Yep, this is the final act of the game, and this right here is the final boss. Now, Eggman's got a kind of difficult pattern this time around, as evidenced by me jumping directly into the fire. But yes, like I was saying, Eggman's got a very difficult pattern of attack this time around, and he himself is kind of dangerous to hit as well. There are these three contraptions on the floor that will be shooting fire jets at you the entire time in a set pattern, which is left, right, middle, so you have to pay attention to that the entire time you're fighting, or else you'll end up running into one of them and losing a life. Also, there are no rings available in this battle, so if you get hit once, just like all the other boss battles in this game, you are done. Every single time Eggman jumps on that button, a little bit of electricity will ball up at the top of the screen and will come down and sort of home towards you, so you have to dodge that along with the fire. But after you hit him, I believe a total of 12 times, we pursue him to this teleporter, and like the coward he is, he teleports away. So what can we do, aside from pursue him? And yes, if you could classify yourself as one of the people who was disappointed by the reward for collecting all the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for the Genesis, well, you're probably going to be even more disappointed by this game, because all you get is the smog cleared off of South Island that Eggman created, and we get to see a static image, not even an animated one, of South Island from sort of a bird's eye view, having all its pollution removed. There's no real animation for the pollution being removed either, it's just there 1 second and gone the next. That's the power of the Chaos Emeralds, I guess, although something a little bit more extravagant would have been nice. But yeah, that was Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for the Sega Game Gear, and now we're greeted with its credit sequence, which I kinda like. It plays on the fact that Sonic, at least in the classic days, never used to talk, so he's singing here, but a lot of the time he just has his mouth closed, and either he's not singing at all and he's just messing around, or he's making all of this, instrumental music with his mouth, which, in that case, he's an even more talented hedgehog than we attributed him to be. I really like this song here as well. Speaking of the music in this game, though, I really loved all the musical tracks in this game. Bridge Zone was probably my favorite, followed by Jungle Zone. Scrap Brain was really good as well. To be honest, just like most of the other classic Sonic games, this game had really good music. And overall, it's a pretty good game. Not one of the more memorable ones of the series, especially for those of us who didn't own Game Gears as kids. I'm sure there's a lot of nostalgia associated with it for those of you who did, but it's a pretty good game. It lacks the physics and the loop-de-loops and the interesting terrain that made Sonic 1 for the Genesis really good, but it's a good game overall, and if you're a Sonic fan, I recommend that you do check it out. Stick around to the end of the video if you want to see another game from the Sonic the Hedgehog series, and I would like to thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I did, and I will see you guys in another Let's Play. If you enjoyed this Let's Play or are a classic Sonic fan in general, feel free to click one of the games on screen right now to be taken to my soon-to-come Let's Play of it.